lovelies, welcome back to my queen. It's your girl, your one and only Foxy Queen Arcadeli, and we're back again with a new video. So if you're a new subscriber, thank you so much for coming, honey. And also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And also for the returning subscribers, thank you so much for the support and the love. I love you guys right back. So yeah. So if you haven't subscribed, kindly don't leave this channel without hitting that subscribe button down below. Also leave a comment down below. Yes, thank you so much. So heading right into my video today, I'm gonna be talking about pride. Today I felt it in my spirit. Today I've learned so much about pride, and I felt like I should share with you guys a couple of the lessons that I've learned. So tune in for the whole video, and also share the link if you can, so that I can get more subscribers and more views on the video. Yes, thank you. So heading right into the video, pride. I know that's not a new word. I know that's something that we've had since we were kids. When you're told, oh, sikuwe kiburi, don't be prideful, because you know pride comes before a fall. You know, those big lessons we used to be taught about pride, even in stories in primary school. We used to have those little stories that would be given just to learn how bad pride actually is. And God actually hates pride so much. To God, pride is there's no big or small sin, but that's something that can make him resist you, because the Bible actually says, humble yourself before the Lord and he will lift you up. And he also resists the proud. So pride is something that can make God to actually reject you. You know, when you have pride, he cannot have room in your heart. Actually, I guess the main reason why God hates pride is because when you've got pride inside of you, it's like you're exalting yourself. You know, the way we're supposed to be exalting God, we're supposed to submit ourselves to him. Whenever you have pride inside of you, it's like you're exalting yourself. It's like you're trying to show others and God that, you know what, I can do it by myself. You know what, nothing is too big for me through me. But whenever you're humble, it's more like telling God, I'm merely just a human being and I need you. I need your help. I'm limited in so many areas. You know, you may not be limited financially or physically, but you may be limited in other areas. So being humble creates room for God to work in those areas where you're limited. But whenever you have pride, even in the areas where you're limited, God cannot work. He cannot function. Okay? So at times we are filled with pride and we don't even know we're actually proud. You know, I used to struggle with pride and rebellion. Okay, I don't know if I'm not perfect, but there was a time I really had so much pride. Like, I used to be the kind of person who couldn't be corrected, who couldn't stand other people telling me what to do. You know, I used to feel like, you know, I know a lot. I'm a big person. I can make the big choices about my life by myself. But now I think life and God has taught me that, you know what, you'll always need to be corrected, because you can never be perfect, and also you'll need other people to teach you. So, and there are many other ways of being prideful. You know, there are people who have the pride because of what they actually have. Kuna pride, yeah, how you look, what you can do, your abilities. Pride is categorical. I think it's categorical. So pride is a pattern of thinking. Pride is a pattern of behavior. Pride is a pattern of doing things. You know, like, it's not something that you just do once. It's something that, it's a seed that keeps on growing, and eventually it bears fruit. And and you know, there are times whereby you can be prideful and you don't even actually know that it's pride. You know, you cannot really tell unless somebody comes and tells you, hey, by the way, you've got too much pride, you know. But one way to deal with pride is having a constant relationship with God. Whenever you have a constant relationship with God, he helps you to realize, hey, here and here you're not doing it right. You need to humble yourself. You need to treat other people better. You need to be kinder. You know, when you connect with God, he helps you to realize, hey, you're not perfect. Pride lies to you that you're perfect. Pride, actually, these are the lies you tell yourself, and eventually you start believing, but whenever you communicate with God a lot, whenever you invest your time in spending your time with God, he helps you to realize, hey, I'm exalting myself. Hey, I shouldn't be doing this and that. Okay, so build a relationship with God to help you deal with pride, because pride is a seed that eventually will kill you. It will eventually bring poverty in your life. It will eventually make you lose relationships and friendships that would have lasted a lifetime. Pride is a very bad seed, because it takes away the things you love, it takes away the things you need, it takes away things from you. It keeps eating. It's like a parasite, and you keep feeding it and feeding it and feeding it, and eventually it swallows you up. So if you realize you've got pride, or if people have told you you've got pride, kindly just take your time to deal with it before it's too late, because eventually it can lead you to distraction, pure distraction. And you don't want to come to a point whereby in life, whereby God himself is resisting you, whereby God himself cannot help you out because you're too proud, because you've exalted yourself too much. The story of Lucifer, the devil, how he was brought down from heaven because he exalted himself. He felt like, what, God, I can also sit on your throne. There's nothing too good about you, so I can also sit on your throne. And he was brought down. So in the same way, if you exalt yourself too high, God brings you down. Because in the Bible he has said, humble yourselves before the Lord and he will lift you up. If you humble yourself before God, it doesn't matter the situation you're in. It doesn't matter how much you're lacking. It doesn't matter who you are, where you were born. If you humble yourself before God, eventually he will lift you up. Because he looks at the position of your heart. He looks at the motives of your heart. And if he sees the motives and the position of your heart is right, he will eventually bless you. There's so many stories of people who had absolutely nothing and God eventually raised them to something big. So all you have to do is just to humble yourself. Just humble yourself before God, and eventually he will raise you to standards that you never even thought of. Okay? And use your gifts, use the talents God has given you to serve him. Don't take the talents and the gifts God has given you to serve money or other things apart from him. Because God won't take away the talents or the gifts away from you. He won't. He will leave them for you. He will, because akishakupea haizi ichukua. But what will happen is that he can no longer work through you. He can no longer work in you. You'll just be on your own, in your own little world, And when it will be time for him, for you to need help from him, he cannot come and help you. But whenever you're humble, he will always come to your rescue. He has said in the Bible that he gives grace to the humble. Whenever you're humble, it doesn't matter the situation you're in, he will always give you the grace to sustain you. He'll always give you the grace to sustain you for that season. Okay, so continue to be humble if you're humble, and if you're not humble, it's a journey. It's time that you make that intentional decision to decide, oh hey, maybe I'm not all perfect. Oh hey, maybe I'm not better than everybody else. Oh hey, I really need to work on this. So you've got the chance to change it, become a better person, a humble person. Okay, so yeah, that has been my lesson for today. Thank you for tuning in. I love you so much, guys, and continue to subscribe if you haven't, and give this video a thumbs up. God bless you. Thank you.